Hi everyone, I'm Hunter Caron. I'm a sophomore at Peru High School. I have been a student at Peru since kindergarten and would like to give a shout out to the teachers who influenced me when I went to Peru Primary and Intermediate. Thank you to Mrs. Tulaski, Mrs. Osborne, Mrs. Crowningshield, Mrs. Howard, Mrs. Frostick, and Mrs. Wall.
Hunter, what was the situation that led your arm to be different than the other?
I was born with a condition called amniotic band syndrome, which means when my mom was pregnant, I had fluid-like strings wrapped around my arm and amputated my hand. My mom knew I would be born like this at 5 months, so she did a lot of research so when I was born, she would be prepared.
Did you face people treating you differently? For example, doing things for you could do, pick on you, not talk to you, ask you about your arm? If so, how did this affect you?
When I was little, a lot of people would stare at me and make comments. I usually didn't mind the kids because they were just being curious. It was the parents who were quite rude. So my mom would often step in and say something to embarrass them. We came up with this story to lighten up the uncomfortable moments. I would tell people I was feeding an alligator on vacation and it bit my arm off. As you can imagine, some kids laughed, others were freaked out. Being at Peru has always been a safe and supportive place for me. Everyone knew who I was, and I was very comfortable here at school.
What was the most meaningful moment for you in your life that occurred because of the situation you were born into with your body?
I would say the most meaningful moment for me was when I was asked to speak at Shriners Hospital for a fundraiser. We raised $400,000 for the hospital, which went for other kids who needed prosthetics like me.
You have become a standout on the sports fields and courts at Peru. How has your arm affected your progress, positive or negative? Have you dealt with either or?
My arm has affected my progress positively. It's made me develop a will to work harder and prove people wrong. If it wasn't for Mr. Carpenter being my coach for both baseball and football, I probably would not be involved in sports. But thanks to him, I developed a love for all sports because he treated me like everyone else.
What quality do you possess that has been most helpful in helping you cope with your situation?
Perseverance. I never give up. I'll find a way to do something, and if I can't, I'll work harder until I can.
How have you reacted to setbacks in your life?
I haven't had any. All of my experiences with my arm has been positive.
At what point in your life did you realize or did it matter to you that something was different about your arm?
When I was 5 years old and attended Peru basketball camp, I realized I would have to work much harder than all the other kids if I wanted to succeed on the courts. My passion for basketball has grown ever since, and it's thanks to all my coaches I've had throughout my journey.
If you could share one quality you think all students should possess, no matter what their situation, what would it be?
The quality that I would pick would be grit, also known as courage, endurance, and perseverance. Never give up, work hard, anything is possible. Make your dreams come true. Thank you for having me speak today. Have a great day.
To handle like a flame.